Hi learners, is glad to see you in Krishna's space. Today is the day 61 of our 300 days DSA journey. So it's time for our today's problem. Let's understand it. So today's problem is count common words with one occurrence. Here we have given two string arrays, verse 1 and verse 2, and we have to return the number of strings that appear exactly once in each of the two arrays. So that means if a string appears exactly once in verse 1 and that string appears exactly one times in verse 2 as well, so we are going to say it is a common word. So now let's get into the examples to understand this problem more better. So as we can see in the example 1, we have given the verse 1 and verse 2 arrays in which the elements are LeetCode, is, amazing, as and is, and in verse 2 we have the elements as amazing, LeetCode and is. So in the output they have returned 2. Why? Because as we can see, LeetCode has appeared once in both of the arrays and same amazing has also appeared exactly once in both of the arrays, so that's why they have returned 2. Some of you might thinking that is has also come in verse 2, but it has appeared twice in verse 1, so we are going to reject it. And for as it doesn't appear in verse 2, so it get automatically rejected. So now let's get into the example 2, and we can see we have the elements B, double B and triple B in verse 1 and A, double A and triple A in verse 2. And we can see easily there are no common words between both of these arrays, so that's why they have returned 0. And in example 3, we have given A, B in verse 1 and A and AB in verse 2, and the output is 1 because AB is the only element which has appeared exactly once in both these arrays. So now let's understand how I approach this problem. So the first thing that I have done is to create two dictionaries so that I can get the frequencies of each arrays. Why? Because I need to know that how many times each word has appeared in my array, so that I can easily get those words which has appeared only once. So that's why I have created two dictionaries, dictionary 1 and dictionary 2, and then I have created a variable C which is going to store the common words. And currently we don't have any common words, so that's why I have put 0 here. And thereafter I am running a loop to get the frequencies of each elements from both arrays. And after getting the frequencies of each element from both arrays to their respective dictionaries, I am running another loop. In the loop, I am getting the keys from my dictionary 1 in which we have stored the frequencies of each word which appeared in verse 1. And inside the loop, I am taking only those keys which has the frequency 1. And then I am finding out if that keys appeared in my dict 2, which is basically storing the frequency of each element which is appeared in verse 2. If my keys appeared in dict 2, then I am going to check the frequency of that key. If it is equal to 1, then I am going to increment my count variable because that means I have that key as a common word. And after completing the whole loop, I am going to return the count variable, which is going to tell us how many common words we have. So now let's take the example 1 to understand this approach more better. So in the first run, we are going to have the key as LeetCode. And we know LeetCode has appeared only once in verse 1, so its frequency in dictionary 1 will be 1. So that means we are going to get into the if block and going to check if my LeetCode has appeared in dict 2. And we know it has appeared in verse 2, so we are going to check the frequency of LeetCode in dict 2, which is also 1. So that means it is our common word, so we are going to increment our count variable. So now in my count variable we have the value 1. Thereafter we are going to have is as a key, but is has appeared twice in verse 1, so we are going to move forward now. And in the next loop we are going to have amazing, which has the frequency 1 in dictionary 1, so we are going to see if that amazing word has appeared in dict 2 or not. And we know it has appeared in verse 2 and only once as well. So that means my count variable will going to be increment again. And now we have two common words, LeetCode and amazing. Thereafter we will get as a keyword, and we know it has appeared once in verse 1. So we are going to get into the if block, but as has not appeared in verse 2, so we are going to move forward. as we have completed all the keys in our dictionary 1. So in the last, we are going to return our count variable, which is 2. So that's how I have solved this problem. If you guys have any other solution of it, do write it on comment, and thank you so much for watching this video and staying with me.